How y'all doing? I'm doing reviews, but I'm not as frequent as I used to. For those of you who are wondering why, I'm completely knocked up about 4 months in, and it's exhausting. You know, I always thought that people who were pregnant looked the hot ass mess sometimes. I thought that, oh my God, girl, didn't you have time to do this or to get the eye boogers out your eye? But now that I'm in that boat, I'm so sorry for thinking that. Because Lord knows, some days, I don't even want to get up and brush my teeth. No offense. It's just too much energy. So let's get into this little review. I did the 90-day fiancé, and I'm sorry I'm out of breath. It took a lot of energy just to get into this position to do this damn review. Now, so 90-day fiancé, a couples tell all part 2. I didn't do part 1 because I just didn't have the energy. But part 2, we get into this, and there was a lot of shit that happened. I don't know if you guys actually watched 90-day fiancé. Couples, basically, you meet somebody who's an American citizen meets somebody from abroad, like Ukraine, South Africa, Russia, Moldova, whatever that place is. And then they have to kind of date and then figure out whether they want to build this relationship. And in the meantime, work on getting a visa to come here. Some are here legitimately because they want to actually have a family with the person they fell in love with. And some might be playing the system. And we just watch the show and try to figure out which one is doing what. So it starts off with Michael and Angela, right? Michael and Angela are one of the most controversial couples that's ever been on this series in its entirety. Why do I say that? Because Michael is Nigerian and he is married to Angela. And Angela asks is some 60-something-year-old woman. She's a grandma, and Michael's barely in his early 30s. And if you guys know, like I've said multiple times, I am Nigerian. In our culture, it is expected that you bear children. And let me say it again, it is expected that you bear children. Why do I say that? Because Social Security and I know they have retirement in Nigeria, but in Nigeria, there's always some kind of issue with corruption. The government doesn't pay you. So the stability of income and taking care of yourself comes in the ability for your children to take care of you and stuff like that, right? Turn that off. So the whole thing about it is that Michael and Angela have had several issues with Angela not having a baby, but Angela is 60-something years old. It's naive for Michael and his family members to think that this woman is going to sit here when she's a grandma, have a full-grown daughter, and have a baby. That's just stupid. On the other hand, Angela didn't realize that she's marrying a Nigerian man, and Nigeria, I'm sorry, I can't speak for other African countries, it still has a lot of the misogynistic patriarchy that existed long before. It's not as bad as it was when my parents were little, but it's still pretty bad. They still have the ideology that if a man speaks, you have to listen, you don't have an opinion. I know that some people in my family are like, women should sit pretty and not speak type attitude. They don't even think they'll ever change a diaper, mop the floor. All that bullshit that they think are women's work still exists in that environment. So Angela seems to be going out of her way to try and break that cycle if that's what Michael thinks. So she always cusses his ass out. In my opinion, Angela is highly disrespectful because in this episode, or the end of last episode, she actually flashed her fake titties that she just got done to the whole world on national television, bitch. Why are you showing people your husband's titties at 60-something years old? How do you think that looks? You're married. I don't think I'd be okay if my husband goes and flashes his wee-wee to the whole top television for everybody to see what I deal with that night. No, ma'am. You need to go ahead and leave something to mystery. She literally did that, and that's after Michael's aunt Lydia, got up on the FaceTime, whatever, and basically stated her opinion that having a child is something important. Should Aunt Lydia be involved in Michael's relationship? Hell no. But Aunt Lydia did say to them before they even got married that this is important, and Angela did agree to use her one viable egg to give them a baby, and now she's reneging and only wanting doing cosmetic surgery to get herself to look younger for Michael, who possibly be cheating on her in Nigeria. Why is Michael's ass tolerating Angela's all this bullshit? It's because his ass wants a green card and he's trying to escape Nigeria, like a lot of people I know that's back there when I had my wedding. Everybody's trying to escape because of the poverty. So Michael's going to tolerate Angela's bullshit for as long as he can until she brings him over here, because ain't no way any man would sit up there and tolerate that BS. It's just what it is. Now we get to Angela walks off and she leaves the tell-all and she doesn't come back. We get to Elizabeth and Andre. Elizabeth and Andre's family is another big family drama that we have on the show. Andre is from Moldova or Mardova. I think it's Moldova. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but the issue with them is the family business. So it seems like Elizabeth's family has this real estate type business where they purchase home, flip it, and then sell it and make profit, which could accumulate a lot of money over time. Andrea comes in. He needs to find work, otherwise he can get shipped out and deported. He decides that he wants to go and ask Elizabeth's father to borrow 100 grand so he can start his business doing the exact same thing as a competitor, basically. Which is stupid as hell. Andreas is trying to find the easy way out. Why don't go to him and say, hey, I brought this amount. Can you help match me? Because I want to get to myself together and be able to take care of your daughter and our child that we just had. I'm an immigrant, so I don't have that many options unless I'm a citizen or at least I have a green card. Now, Elizabeth's father refused to give him the 100 grand, but he did involve him in the business in other ways. They can flip houses together. Andreas putting in the hard work, but Andrea also seems to be doing this manipulative thing where he doesn't really care about anybody in the family but himself. He has no, it's like when you come into somebody's family, you want to be the one to, you're a stranger basically. And so everybody has to get used to you. You want to get them to like you. Andrea seems to be a little bit one-sided. He's only making decisions that's the best interest for him and Elizabeth and his child. He doesn't give a damn about anybody else. And when you come into a family, it could be difficult with that attitude. Now, there were times that Andrea did try to have a relationship with them, but then they always found something wrong because it came out that Chuck was actually doing more things for Andrea that they felt like he never did for them as as his children. I don't think that, I have two ways of looking at this, okay? Chuck is helping Andrea a lot, maybe a lot more than he helped the other kids at some point, because I think Chuck understands something. I'm getting old, right? I'm getting old. I'm an old man. All my other kids are situated. All my other kids are American citizens. All my other kids can take care of themselves with or without me. I've already groomed them enough and they've been in this business long enough to know what to do. Andrea's coming in. This is who Libby, my Elizabeth, has chosen to marry, my daughter. If I don't set this man up, he can get deported. I might not see my grandchild. My daughter might have to go with him. And on top of that, if I die, who's going to take care of my daughter when I'm not around if he's struggling financially? So now I got to help him more to get him where he needs to be. Andrea is not humbling himself and understanding that that's probably where Chuck is coming from. He's more so like, if I don't get along with this person in this family, then fuck you. I'm going to push you out if I can. Push you out of Libby's life. Push you out of Chuck's life and get where I need to be. And that's the attitude about Andrea I don't appreciate. Jen, Elizabeth's sister, gets called in. And Jen makes the comment saying that she feels like Andre's manipulating Chuck. No, I don't think Andre's manipulating Chuck. I think Andre's taking advantage of whatever Chuck is going to give him because that's who's giving him help in this country that he's new to. And Chuck is a grown man. He's not senile. He's capable of making the decisions on his own. He's just making a decision that you feel it doesn't benefit you and you just don't like. On Charlie's end, Charlie is Elizabeth's brother, and he's a shit show. Every time I've seen him on TV, he's always fighting with somebody. Every time. I lost all respect, the little bit of spec I had for him in Moldova when he kept badgering Andre's family about Andre's past, and they kept telling him Andre didn't commit any crimes like that. Like, just leave it alone. This place has a lot of corruption. Police officers can really, they can really set you up in this country and really get you into trouble. This is how it is over here. It's not something he wants to talk about. And he kept pushing and pushing and pushing just to find something wrong and try to manipulate his own father. Then to add insult to injury, at Elizabeth's wedding, Charlie's drunk ass takes the microphone and tries to talk shit about her sister's husband on their wedding day at the fucking reception. Who does that? Charlie is an idiot. Him and his batshit wife. He's crazy. I don't know how that heifer fell in love with him, but she acts just as dumb as he does. Now, they did show a scene with Jen and her other sister, with Elizabeth's siblings, talking about how they were going to go out of business and basically be competitors to their father. The way that Jen puts it is that Chuck is going to now teach Andre everything he knows. Andre's going to take all the money and then start his business and then compete against him. Girl, Chuck is not the only person in the United States that's a real estate house flipper. A lot of people in this country are flipping houses and making money off it. He ain't the only one. And so stop it. You just sitting up there saying some dumb shit. If Chuck, who's already old, the man's old as hell, gives Andre tools to start his own business when he passes so he can have his own business and take care of his daughter, what's the problem with that? I think that her issue is, I think there's a little bit of jealousy there, and Andre doesn't have any humility to be able to even try and get along. At this point, he said, fuck them. And that's his issue. So there's two heads butting at this point, and it's getting out of control. And Chuck is not handling the situation well at all. He's an old man. He should put his foot down and say, listen, I started this damn business for all you guys. I started that shit and I'm allowed to do whatever the hell I want to do. Let's be clear. And Andre, if you're going to be part of this business, when you speak, you need to speak with the intent of trying to get along with my family, not trying to push them out and get things your way. That's not why I'm trying to help you. Okay? And Charlie, if you don't want to get your shit together, you can just go somewhere else. I would love you from a distance. And Jen, I don't want y'all telling me what the hell I'm supposed to do with my business and what you're supposed to put in. This is the job you're going to have, and this is the job I'm going to give you, and these are the houses I'm going to give you. If you don't like it, go work for somebody else. Done. You understand? Now, we get to Michael's breastfeeding dilemma. Michael's ass tells us that his mama had breastfeed him till he was 9 years old. I will be damned. This titties will never... Okay, there's boobs I have that I'm still planning on lifting. Once I'm done breastfeeding these babies, they're probably going to be too greedy and suck them dry. We'll never be breastfeeding till the babies are 9 years old. Hell will freeze over. Can you imagine a full-grown 9-year-old that can get up on the counter and actually make his own breakfast and reach the cups and get the pots and read breastfeeding on this titties? No, ma'am, not going to happen. Now, we get to Jovi and Yara. Okay, Yara is my favorite person in this entire franchise. This time, she's very blunt when she speaks. She makes a lot of sense, and she don't hold back. She just says it plain and simple. My husband seems to like the way that she articulates herself as well. She's very clear and concise. No bullshit. But we get to Yara and Jovi, and their situation is not as bad as Michael and Angie's or Elizabeth and Andres, or when we get to Asuelu and Kalani, right? Their issue is Jovi's a fucking child. Yara had a baby early in the relationship, Maila, okay? And she's now a mom. She's tired. She's probably have to wake up all the nights. She's with the baby all the time because Jovi's job takes him on the, I think on the, at sea, because I think he's on the ship or something like that all the damn time. So he's really not there as often. And when he comes home, he wants to go play with his boys and have fun. He forgot that he is a father and he's also a husband, and the person that he should want to spend most of his time with is the baby and his wife. He took her ass to a damn strip club on their anniversary so she can watch other women shake their ass. He blow kisses on them. He can blow kisses on them. He can sit there and take photos of a complete. Why in the hell would I want my husband on my anniversary with him to take me to a strip club to watch other women's ass shake? Why can't you take me home and watch my ass shake? Why I gotta be this bitch ass that you over here shake? Why you blowing kisses at her? Why you throwing dollars in between her ass cheeks? All the money that you making, you wanna throw it to this hoe? When I'm at home taking care of your baby, she slapped the hell out of him, and she should have slapped the other cheek too. Because he deserved both. But they go out and Jovi's looking stupid. I don't know what I did wrong. I just think that she was boring and I just wanted her to have more fun. Jovi, shut up. They brought his mom, Gwen, Jovi's mom, on the camera. And Jovi's mom was very, very real. She said, Jovi, you are a great provider and you are a great husband, and I see that you have a lot of potential, but boy, you need to grow the hell up. You are acting like a fucking child, taking your wife to a damn strip club. What the hell were you thinking? And then we get to the point where they asked Yara, are they expecting a second child? Yara said that she hadn't had her period in a while, but yet somehow she hasn't taken a pregnancy test to make sure if she is or not. But if she is, she's taking her ass to Ukraine to be with her mom, who can actually help her with this baby, because Jovi's ass is always gone, and when he comes home, she's boring. And since Jovi has citizenship, he's able to go back and forth freely, and her mom was denied a visa to come, so she has to do this for her own mental health, because she's not about to sit there crying and having her baby watch her be miserable, which is absolutely correct. Jovi needs some time to grow up. He needs time to miss her to get his ass together. Gwen didn't seem to like that idea because obviously she likes Yara and she also wants to be around her grandkids, but there's a lot going on in the relationship the mom probably is not privy to, so she has to make the best decision for her and her health, her mental health. Simple as that. Now, and take a pregnancy test for real, because she just looks dumb talking about, I don't know if I'm pregnant or not. Go to the damn drugstore and take a damn pregnancy test. So we got Kalani and Asuelu. Lord have mercy. So Kalani and Asuelu situation. Kalani is half Samoan. Asuelu is full Samoan. Asuelu has more of the root culture of Samoa, whereas the Kalani is a little bit Americanized. She has the watered down version, right? Now, I understand in Nigeria and a lot of African countries, they do tend to have a lot of children because I told you before, they don't have retirement or social security like that, like as stable or as reliable. So their social security and their retirement rests on their children's ability to take care of them in their old age. The more children you have, the more you guys can share the financial responsibility of caring for your parents in their old age, which is the same thing my sister and I do with my parents right now. Here's the problem. Asuelo's mama came on the show and was like, Asuelo, you need to give me $1,000. I'll be damned. You see, my sisters and I paid my mom's rent. We bought her a car. We buy her, if she wants an iPhone, we get it for her. If she wants her wig, her weaves, her tennis shoes, her purses, her gladiator sandals. If she wants my little brother's school fees paid for, that's down there, we do all that. Okay, those are necessities. Asuelo's mama said she wanted $1,000 for her family and for the church. Bitch, I am not taking care of you and the damn church. First of all, I think that a lot of churches these days are more franchises than anything. They're just over there waiting for you to just empty your purse while you're in there, supposed to be praying to God, and they'll keep you there until your purse is empty before you walk the hell out. I'm not giving you money that I don't already have for you to take care of yourself for a damn church. I know Tammy said something like, well, once you give the money away to her, it's her choice to do whatever she wants. Well, bitch, and I'm going to pick the money I'm going to give to her. Asuelo and Kalani gave her $80 because it's all they could spare. The fact is, Asuelo's not a citizen. The only job that he's able to get because of his lack of experience in the country only is part-time. And the part-time job is not enough to cover all the expenses. Kalani's not working. They got 2 kids to take care of, and they're living in Kalani's parents' house to help with the expenses. They are already short on cash. It can't take you on as a financial responsibility. You need to give his ass time. They didn't allow that. They kept pushing and pushing and pushing to the point where Tammy, Asuelo's crazy ass sister, tells him that he wants him to get a divorce. And Kalani's mom said, and Asuelo's mom said that she didn't give a damn about the grandkids. She just wants her money. On one hand, they say, oh, it's not about the money. We love Asuelo. On the other hand, they'll come asking for money even though the kids already told them we don't have any to give you right now. That's a problem. This last fight in the house occurred where Asuelo said that his mom, Lasani, is about to go back to Samoa, and it's Christmas time. He wants to invite Tammy and the mom over for Christmas so they can spend time with them. And Kalani said this is going to be some shit show, which it was. They came, and Asuelo kind of made a bad, immature decision by announcing to his mom and sister that he would like Kalani to have another child, a third child, even though they're struggling financially. He's not mature enough to understand that concept. So Kalani said, I already told you that I want to wait. I don't want to have a kid right now. And of course, Tammy and Asuelo's mom take it as a bone to pick on to cause a fight, especially Tammy. Why don't you want to have kids? You know, you should have kids. Then the mom says you need to go to Samoa and marry a woman who'll give you any kid that you want. That is some bullshit for you to say something like a woman in Samoa doesn't have her own brain, that as soon as her husband says birth these kids, she's going to birth these kids. Then the mom said something that I thought was so stupid. She said, I listened to my husband, so I have 9 kids and we're doing fine. No, the hell you're not doing fine, lady. You are out here with your hand out begging for money to help take care of you and your 9 kids. So why are you didn't make the smart choice either, because you have a lot of kids and now you're begging for money, not just for you. So how is that a wise decision for Kalani to get pregnant when she said they're already struggling to take care of 2? All that don't make sense. But they kept pushing and pushing, and Kalani's sister Kolini, who knows that Kalani's not confrontational, wanted to defend her sister and said, listen, it's her body. You can't tell her what to do, and you damn sure can't tell her when she can and can't get pregnant for your son. So, of course, Tammy gets up, and Asuelo had to basically escort them out the house because you're not about to attack anybody in this house. I invited you here as a guest for the celebration. But on the way out, the mom's screaming, don't touch us! Don't touch us! We don't love you anymore. Like, it's just, I'm like, girl, which is it? This is the thing. I'm not a advocate for disrespecting somebody's mother, but Lasani is the type of mother that makes your ass want to disrespect her. I know that in my culture, they said that, and even in Nigeria, a lot of, the last time I went to Nigeria, there's a lot of old people that felt like they could do and say whatever they wanted to say to me because of their age. I have old people cutting the line in front of me at the airport. Excuse, move out because I'm young. They wanted to do that. I had to tell some of them, back off. I don't care how old you are. Move out the way. You're disrespectful. I'm going to go before you. That's the same attitude that Asuelo's mom has. I'm your mom. I can say and disrespect your wife, and it should be okay with you. That's the attitude she has, and that's what it turns me off. And you got Tammy in her ear, hyping her up. Tammy says, you know, Asuelo, you can kick me out of the house. You can't kick your mom out. Would I ever kick my mom out the house? No. I'll just go to my room and get away from her. Just lock the door so she can't catch me, or come find me, or come knock on the door. And I'll just ignore her if she knocks on the door. Just pretend I'm not there. I don't want to talk to you. That's just me. However, considering how the dynamic of the situation was and how chaotic it was best for them to leave, because I think it would have ended up in a fight, right? Now, Tammy's sitting up here saying that Asuelo should apologize to the mom for kicking them out, okay? I think that Asuelo's mom also needs to apologize to Asuelo for sitting in front of his wife and saying that he should find another wife, because the mom is not considering that once they leave, that could cause a fight between Kalani and him. Y'all are affecting his marriage over some dumb shit, all because he won't give you money. That's where the root of this is. He's not giving them money, so they're looking for issues to pick on, to fight, and to cause problems. This is not the type of in-laws that are decent people. When everything is all said and done, they left the stage. Tammy and Lasani left the stage. And of course, Tammy's over there, the ringleader of the manipulation, hyping up her mom. We're not going to have anything to do with Asuelo. He's a baby. And since he didn't want to apologize to my mom, we're done. The mom is like, no, time will tell. Give it time. We can speak to each other. And Tammy's like, but mom, why? He won't give you any money. He's a baby. What kind of sister is that? If my younger sister has a problem with any of my parents, my attitude wouldn't be to cut them off completely. My attitude would be to the mediator. This is how you need to approach the situation. This is what you need to do to make it better. You guys are family members. You should be able to fix this. You love each other. Love should come first. That is what a decent, non-manipulative, non-snake-like person would do. Tammy's a fucking snake, and I don't like that hoe. And the fact that she wants to fight every damn body, I wish I was on that stage. I'll whoop her ass. She needs her ass beat one good time to humble her ass all the way the hell up to know that she is not the biggest bully on the stage. She is a bully. She went after Yara. Are you crazy? Yara, for real. The only person on the stage that's like calm and soft-spoken. Come on now. Come on. Then that scene ended. We get to, they get to Michael and Natalie, and they talk about the final decision in their relationship. Are they going to stay together or not? This relationship was doomed from the very first time it started, because Natalie's very selfish. She's more so about appearance on the outside. She doesn't seem to be wanting to be a housewife. I think she may have come to the United States because she wanted to be a model, and Michael was going to help her get through it, because Michael's ass was working hard and provided for her. And even now that she done moved out the house and left the state, she's still swiping his credit card and using his car to get herself around the whole time that she's there, and acting like Michael loves her so much that he's just going to keep funding her life. She's a bitch. So I did not see this relationship at any point in time lasting, okay? So I don't even know why they asked, because Natalie didn't even seem like she gave a damn. She crazy as hell. She cared when she realized the money was going to go out. Then she tried to say something. Okay, so that was my review of this tell-all. I'm out of breath, so I'm going to need time to take a break before I continue. I'm going to watch Love After Lockup, the finale. If I like it, because I didn't see some crazy stuff that's going on, then I'm going to talk about it. If not, or I'm too tired, then you're just going to have to wait for me to do Potomac when it comes up, because I can't breathe. Okay, you guys have a good evening. Bye.